Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of How to Minecraft. We're hanging out in the room that we built just last episode, the Nether portal room, and I am really liking it. Now today I was thinking about some of the things that maybe I'm missing in my world, and also, you know, as I've been building this area, I realized how impressive bartering is from Piglin. In fact, that's how I got all my crying obsidian and my obsidian. Like, I didn't even bother to go and mine this up myself. I was like, those Piglin can do it, okay? I don't need to be doing that myself. And when heading into the Nether, I realized I don't have a Piglin bartering station yet. And it's one of the first things that I remember covering in my tutorial series. The closest thing that I have to a bartering station is, I guess it's actually over here, is just an area that I basically have captured some piglins in and has like a chest nearby. This was the old one, and then, oh man, I took some damage there. Holy moly. And that guy's gonna get mad at me. I'm gonna have to fight for my life here. But right over here they are. I just have some piglins just chilling, and then I'll just throw down some gold, and then, you know, they'll throw me some stuff. But this is a pretty far cry from, like, an actual piglin station. Oh, by the way, I didn't actually think of this myself. Let's get to a safe spot before I start reading any of y'all's comments here. Can I get in there, please? Please? Dang it. Okay, here we go. There we are. Perfect. I've made this little shelf so that I can easily get over to my walkway. Okay, this is actually one of y'all's comments. Pranav says, hey Chad, you could build a piglin bartering farm in the other end of your nether room. Love your videos. Thank you so much for the idea. That was perfectly timed. Literally, I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, you suggested it. It was like, this makes so much sense because I have been doing a lot of piglin bartering and I don't have a good build. So, in terms of where to put it exactly, I may not take your suggestion of putting it on, I think you said the other end, like in the overworld. I'm thinking about putting it here in the Nether, and this area over here has kind of just become like an area that I store stuff. So I'm thinking maybe on the other side, I will have some piglin bartering. And so that is what we're going to be making today. Before we do that, there are some chores that I have to finish up. First of all, is that this portal, which is the one that I came through at my house, it links to the original portal. In fact, it is perfectly positioned at the original portal in the overworld up on the hill. So you'll see when I come back through here, I'm not going to be at my house. I'm over here on the hill. And that's because last episode we made that brand new portal in this room. So as I head to the Nether, that portal is close enough for it to link, but when I jump back into the portal in the Nether and come to the overworld, it's going to link back over to the wrong one. So I have some obsidian, and if you're trying to link portals, the easiest way is to grab your coordinates. Either hit show coordinates if you're on Bedrock, or hit F3 if you are in Java Edition, and then find out those coordinates and Google search Nether coordinate calculator, and it will tell you exactly where to put your next portal. And I've already gone ahead and found the location and dug it out, so I know that this is going to work. And then place your portal down and then light it on fire, and this will hopefully link to my house, and this will link over to the that other area, the hill area. And this is a really good representation of just how much the Nether compresses space, because I had to use my elytra and fly across like a river and all my farms and over the storage unit to get from one portal to the other in the overworld. But here in the Nether, you can see it's just a few steps away from the other portal, and that is a really good way to kind of see how much it compresses space. And there we go. It worked perfectly. So now those two portals are linked, and I won't have any issues of coming back home. And I have that new walkway for me to use. So that was one chore I wanted to do. The other chore was something that another person suggested. This is from Rajguru Chawate. I'm so sorry, I butchered your name. Hey, add some vines hanging from the ceiling instead of chains. And I had these chains in here, but I have a lot of wood and natural things going on. And yeah, chains may not kind of work with that vibe. So I'm going to go get some weeping vines. I do believe, I remember this as like something that was part of the updates, that the weeping vines will connect to lanterns just fine. That's what my memory says. So let's get some weeping vines and see if they connect on up. I don't really have to go far. I just have to go right here and get some weeping vines. There we go. I could just use bone meal to make this grow, but since, you know, I'm sure that I have plenty of vines around. We are just gonna break them and get a ton. Nine should be plenty. Okay, so we have 9 vines. And ooh, oh, whoa, I made it. And let's head home using our brand new portal. I like it. I made it 3 by 3, which the other portal was just a normal portal. I like it a lot. Okay, so now we can break these chains. It is gonna pop the lantern off, so I'll just go ahead and break that lantern as well. Oh man, that portal is loud. Okay, and we can just attach vines like so. And no, it doesn't work. Oh, my memory failed me. Ah, darn. Okay, you cannot use vines to hang your lanterns. They need to be on chains. Well, darn. The thing is that, oh, you know what? That kind of looks kind of cool. Maybe we should just do that. Let's keep this one down. I do like the vine better than the chain. I think that it makes a lot more sense in this space. And so I'm going to keep the vine. In fact, I'm going to add, so we got that one. Let's add one more and use, well, I guess we only have 2. There you go. Perfect. I like that. That adds some good depth. And which was why I originally added that, was to make it look a lot less boxy. And that definitely does that. I like that. That looks so cool. Okay, not exactly what I was planning on doing, but ended up working out in the end. So let's get to making this Piglin bartering farm. So here we are in this is a creative world. In my world, I'm not in creative, okay, folks? We only play in survival. In my world, this is just a different world. And I have what we are going to be building here. I've showed off piglin bartering farms in the past that use like a ton of piglins and some redstone, like timing, so that I can always get the right amount of gold in the area. And I'm saying no more to that, and we're just doing single piglins, and we're just going to use some redstone to easily tell once they have given us a trade. And so I'm just going to kind of break this out right here so we can see all of the redstone and what is going on. So we have our piglin right here. You're going to want to make sure that your piglin doesn't despawn in some way. So you can give them armor, which is what I tend to like to do, because you probably have some gold armor sitting around that you're not going to use, and it's a lot easier to get than a name tag. So I'm just going to throw some armor at a piglin, then get him all trapped up in here. Make sure that you put down your hopper first. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to put it back down. If your piglin is in that area, it's always going to be standing on that block, and you're going to have a hard time. So put down your hopper, get the piglin trapped in this. And we're going to do this all in the next steps. I'm just kind of telling you how I do it. So the idea is that you're going to give this piglin some gold, and we're going to use this redstone side over here to do that. Give him some gold. He's going to look at that gold, and he's going to give a trade, and then he's going to throw that trade out. And normally he tries to throw it at the player, but if he's in this box like this, he'll throw it wherever he wants to, and it'll eventually go down into this hopper. That hopper will deposit it into a chest, and you can see some trades already inside of here. But as that trade goes into the chest, it has to pass through the hopper, and this detector, it's the comparator, will notice that this has anything in it, even just a single item. It'll notice that, and it will send out a redstone signal. That redstone signal will go into this block, which will turn off this torch. When the torch turns off, it will turn back on pretty quickly after all of the trades have gone through. And so once there's nothing in here anymore, once all of that goes into that chest, then this will turn back off because there's nothing inside, then that will turn on, and the powered block will also turn off because that's turned off, which would turn the torch back on. So once that torch turns back on, it's going to power this block. A little bit of residual redstone will go into this dropper, and it will drop whatever is inside of it, and then the piglin can pick it up. Why is this soul sand here? Well, I like soul sand, especially in this situation, because it's actually slightly shorter than all of the other blocks. There's actually a gap, and so if I put it like, say, right here, and then I hit F5, and I come on over here, and I walk from one to the other, you can barely notice that I fall down just a little bit into soul sand. And that hitbox difference, while it doesn't look like a lot, will allow a gold block to slide through over to our piglin. But the piglin, no matter where he tosses that trade, even if he tosses it just perfectly at that soul sand block, it is a one-way trip. So the gold can leave, but it will not go back in. It's basically a one-way valve so that we make sure that we aren't going to lose any trades. So that is all of it. It is very, very simple. You just need some building blocks, and these can be any solid blocks. One soul sand, one hopper, one comparator, one torch, and one dropper. And I guess it could be a dispenser, but those are a lot more expensive than droppers. So let's head back to my survival world and build it. Okay, so I have my supplies. This guy seems to have just been chilling out there for a while. I wonder if he's ever gonna despawn. Whatever, maybe he'll be our first victim. So now I want to clear away a space for us to easily work. So our build is actually 4 blocks tall, but you could build a little bit into the ground. So you would need 2 spots for your chest, 1 for your hopper, 1 for your comparator, if you want to do that. Or you can obviously have the extra space out of the ceiling, so you could also just carve out some extra. And I say the build is 4 blocks tall, but if you want there to be like space for some blocks that like keep some other things inside, like you will need a block as a roof block, basically, and so that would technically make it 5 tall. But if you're building in the nether like I am, and like you really should be, because if you build in the overworld, then your piglin are gonna change into zombified piglin, then you will need to account for that ceiling block. So I'm actually not going to dig into the ground. We're just going to use the ground, and I'm going to dig one more up. Oh, look. Oh, we have the amazing looking bedrock up here. I don't know why I can't think of that block's name. Bedrock. We got the bedrock up in the ceiling. Okay, that's all done. So let's go ahead and start. So I have a whole bunch of my equipment already with me, and then I also brought a shulker full of redstone gear. And just to reiterate, we'll need some building blocks. In this case, I'm going to use crying obsidian just because I have a whole bunch of it, and I think it'll look really cool to encase some piglin and some crying obsidian. And I have all the golden helmets. We also have the glass, the soul sand, and then the redstone is all up here. I'm planning on making a maximum of 4 chambers. I think I'm going to max out at 4 chambers. So 4 redstone comparators, 4 redstone torches, 4 droppers, 4 hoppers, and 8 chests should be all that I need. I'm going to put this gold armor away. And also, I don't think I'll need that. And move some of this stuff down. So let's start off with the chests. I'm going to put down a double chest. This can be expanded if you put some hoppers below this original hopper. It'll just go down and fill that up. But I have a feeling I'm not going to use that much gold. I just won't end up having a lot of gold like that. Then we can take our comparator and put it as an output of that right there. Then take a block, and it does not need to be crazy crying obsidian, but in this case, I'm going to use crazy crying obsidian. Put a torch on top of that, then another block on top of that torch, just like so. And then on top of that is going to be your dropper. There we go. Then below that dropper, that is going to be where your soul sand is. And then you can fill in everything except for right in front of this chest with crying obsidian. So boop, 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 boo. And once again, it does not have to be crying obsidian. I'm going a little extra with the crying obsidian. So right in front of the chest, it needs to be glass. It's glass so that you can open up that chest, and also so that you can see the little piglin and go, hi little piglin. Now it is time to get the piglin inside. And how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna put down some temporary blocks and create a little bridge. And I'm just gonna trap myself in there with the piglin, have him kind of run after me, and then trap myself in there, and then use my elytra to get out. On the way, I forgot about this. I'm gonna grab, so here, let's aim for that piglin. He's wearing no armor. So what I can do is take some armor, and I'll take this little helmet right here, and I'll go, hey, little friend, you want that? Yeah, you do. I know you do. Look at it, love it, wear it, and stylish piglin. Now he is not going to despawn. Ow, meanie. So now I can put down some blocks. I don't think you can actually do that because this is a half block, which means that you're not supposed to get away. There you go. There, now he can actually walk up that. So he should be able to follow me here. And then this way. Follow me. Thank you. Thank you. Now he has a bow, so he may not actually fall in here. We'll see. Let's see. What does he do? You gonna fall in? No, you're gonna try to attack from above. Meanie. Come on, let's go. Come on in. The build is so nice. Okay, we're gonna use a different method. We're gonna break this glass right here. We're gonna lock this hopper so that it doesn't take our gold away. There we go. So now he has this ingot, and now I'm gonna put, oops, get out of here. With that and that. There we go. Now he's in there. Hooray! Okay, so that's the other way to do it. If I had a guy who had a sword, which I'm gonna test on the next one, I think that my method of just running in there and just chilling and then using my elytra to zoom out would work. But it didn't. So now it is time to encase him inside of that area. I'm gonna put down a temporary, well, I'll just keep that block there. There we go. So now he is never going to have anything fall in there and attack him. I also want to make sure to encase this area with the gold because it can kind of go crazy when it gets dispensed out. So I'm just going to make sure to add all that and then an extra block on top, and that is that ceiling block that I was talking about. Now, all we need to do is add the gold. So we add some gold in there. I can also remove these little stepping blocks just like so. And then to get the whole process started, I can either throw some gold, I think, in this corner. Will he pick it up through the corner? There we go. And that starts the whole process. Or I can, attach a button back there. And, oh, the other thing is get rid of your switch here. Get rid of that. And then that thing is no longer locked. And then the whole process will get started. And this is nice because it'll use up exactly how much gold you have. And it won't waste any gold in the process, which is fantastic. And already we've got 2 things. Fantastic. I can put some spectral arrows in there because he gave me those too. So let's build some others, some more of these things. Now I'm going to try to use the wall of this one on the next one. So that means that I should be able just to do this situation. And we're just going to build them all at once. And hopefully we can get all the piglins. This piglin over here has boots, but no pants. Don't you want some fancy pants? Ooh la la, look at those. Here we go. Come on over. Oh, I wanted to test out my other theory. Oh my gosh, you hurt. You're mean. And we are done. We have all 4 piglins in there. Whoa, holy moly. They're mad at me. I picked up my shulker and they all got mad at the same time. We didn't have too many issues. But we did have some issues, but not a big deal. So let's give all of these folks some gold to work with, and then I'm gonna hold 4 of them back so we can start the whole process. Also, I put down these levers right here to stop the whole process. Oh, I guess by removing those levers, one of them went. Maybe they had something in the hopper? I'm confused. But anyway. Is that one going? One working? Are any of you working? Hello? No, I don't think so. Okay, anyway. Let's throw some gold at you. You pick that up. There we go. Perfect. some gold at you. See if that worked. That worked. There we go. And we'll continue that on with the rest of them, and that should get the whole process started. The pump has been primed, and now they should be able to all get gold. Yep, that one's all working. You working for me, sir and or madam? Hello? Okay, got that one working again. What is wrong with you? Is there something inside of the issue? What's just going on over here? Are you too short? You're just a short piglin! Oh my gosh, maybe I should have added... Look at that, the gold's just sitting there. Maybe I should have added some carpet so that I know that these piglin are going to be able to be tall enough. So there you go, found a bug in my system here. This guy's too short. Are you too short? Have you been... No, you don't have anything either. Ah, so they have to have carpet underneath them, otherwise they'll be too short. Okay, so I couldn't just leave it carpetless and a broken build. So I've removed all of the piglin and I'm adding them back. Here is an issue that I have found. First off is that piglin cannot walk into a space that is less than 2 blocks. So that's kind of, you know, frustrating or whatever. The other thing is that once you actually get them into that space, you can't put a block on top of them because they now take up, you know, 2 blocks and that one little pixel. So that's an issue. So what you have to do is make sure that there's no roof above your carpet. So if there was a block just here, let's use glass because it'll be easier to destroy. But if there's a block right there, piglin are not going to be able to walk into this space. Or if there is a block basically right there. So you need to make sure that that's basically a 3 tall area until you get your piglin inside of there, and then you can use a piston to push a block above them. Now I used crying obsidian for my build, and crying obsidian, it is not possible to push because it is a type of obsidian, so kind of out of luck there. So this little guy here, we'll give him some shoes and we'll give him a way to get up to the top up here. Everything else is as before. You throw a thing in there, you block them in as fast as you can while they're standing there and staring at that gold. And then the only difference is that you're gonna have to put your block to cover them up next to their space, then use a piston to push the that block over. Okay, so now they're all in there. Hooray! By the way, something I didn't even think about until like right now. So I still have the levers all turned on, but if I put anything into this hopper, if I just like put 2 leather in there, that will set off the comparator, and so that is, it's gonna immediately fire off a item, which is kind of cool. So whoops, get out of here. So we're gonna switch that, and then we're gonna switch this, and that should set the whole thing a-going, unless, okay, apparently not. There we go. That should work. Oh, somehow what? When did those comparators get destroyed? There's 3 comparators missing. What on earth? Here we go. Now it is all working. Everybody's getting some gold. You're getting some gold. You're getting some gold. And everybody is going to grab the gold. Once it gets deposited, this is looking great. Okay, fantastic. There may be a little bit of a timing difference because sometimes the piglin may drop like a half stack of something, and that is, you know, it has to go through the hopper. So they're not all going to be in perfect synchronization, but it looks like they are all working for me once again, and it is all working. So you got to you do have to put carpet down there in order for them to be able to grab that stuff. But there we go. Now we have an automated source of a ton of different items. Just in my workings, you can already see that I've gotten quite a lot. Obviously, putting this up to an item sorter would be a fantastic addition to this build. That would be a really, really nice thing to have. But there you go. And of course, where am I going to get all the gold to supply these guys? Well, that is going to all come from the fantastic zombified piglin farm that I have way over here. So this will just produce a ton of gold, and then I will use that to put into the piglin bartering system, and then that will give me a whole bunch of items. So that about wraps it up for this episode of How to Minecraft. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like. It's about to get very loud here. I already know this, so we're gonna turn both those off. And if you want to catch future videos, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And also, if you want to directly support me, you can do so by becoming a member of the channel, or you can get some merchandise at helloomg.com. HELLOOMG.com. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it helps you in your world, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!